In British Columbia's Golden Triangle, Enduro Metals is proving that some of the biggest discoveries are found where the ice is just now starting to melt. Led by Rob Cameron, who's a geologist that formerly led Canadian exploration for Freeport Mac, the company controls one of the largest land packages in the region. Rob, you're here following the confirmation of a new copper-gold porphyry at the Andrei Target. Thank you for being here to talk to us about it.
Thanks for having me.
Well, listen, before we get into Andrei, you've spent decades hunting for Tier 1 deposits with majors. When you stepped into the role of CEO here at Enduro last year, what was it about your property that told you that this was a district-scale opportunity versus a single target?
Good question. Just a little backup. I was a president and CEO of Commander Resources, and Enduro and Commander merged in June. So what was the motivation of that merger is really the Newmont Lake project that Enduro had was a Tier 1 asset in probably the hottest belt in, if not Canada, the world. And that's the Golden Triangle. We saw great potential, large land position, surrounded by Tier 1 development and projects. And the technical and geological merits of the project were just outstanding. Enduro's team, prior to my joining the team, had already identified a number of key targets on the project. The Burgundy Ridge copper gold project, and the hint of a new discovery at Andrei, which we recognize as having great potential. So this year, once we completed the merger in June, the new revised team went out there and focused on the Andrei target, and it's proven out to have scale and quality that will be the focus of our work coming up in the 2026 season.
Well, so far at Andrei, you've identified a 4-kilometer anomaly in an area that has never been drilled before. For my viewers, how does the scale of Andrei compare to neighboring billion-dollar projects like Galore Creek?
Well, it is the scale is there. 4 kilometers is just the one part of the project that we actually spent the detailing with the geophysics. We've outlined probably a 14-kilometer long corridor of potential mineralization similar to Andrei. So we're going to begin at the core of it, where we did the work this summer. As you mentioned, it was a recent discovery from 2022 by Enduro. Probably the first traverse down this valley where the ice had melted away, exposing this copper and gold mineralization in freshly exposed rocks. We built on that this summer, extrapolated it to the next valley to the south, and with our geophysics survey, expanded the footprint through the magnetic signatures that we saw correlating with those rocks to this 14-kilometer long corridor. So it's shaping up to be a really scalable and large target, and we're quite excited by the results to date.
And how many holes do you plan to put into Andrei this summer?
It is a first pass attempt, so that's a large target. We got tentatively planning 6 holes at 500 meters deep to get a broad section through the target area, and that will guide further work going from there. The target seems to be just below the surface. The mineralization we have sampled tends to be on the flank of the main IP target, which is between the 2 exposures in each valley on either side. And we believe that that'll be an adequate first pass test to it.
Well, as mentioned before, or in this conversation, much of this rock that you're sampling at Andrei was under ice just a decade ago. Is there a significant advantage for your team to be the first geologists to walk over this fresh bedrock?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's essentially a grassroots discovery opportunity in an area that tends to be considered to be mature. But these brand new exposures allow you to see that first discovery, just like in the early days of the belt. There's always new opportunities being exposed through the ice, as opposed to more exposed areas that have seen multiple generations of teams going across the surface. So there's great opportunity there. But it's just it addresses the fact that the entire Golden Triangle is evolving with the ice retreat. The weather conditions are improving ever so slightly. Infrastructure, everything is really coming together in the Golden Triangle right now. In our particular opportunity here, we have the blessing of having a first look at these rocks.
Well, before you go, I'm going to give you a big question here. You're sitting in a neighborhood full of major mining players in a hot district. As you kick off your program this year, what is that one milestone that you believe will prove to the market and, of course, your neighbors that Andrei is the Triangle's next major porphyry discovery?
Well, obviously, the drill results. So, the first pass drilling will be key to the whole story here. It'll confirm the presence of the porphyry copper mineralization. Ideally, we're drilling for grade. That's usually the goal of the first pass drill project here, and it'll guide the further years into the as we expand from the Andrei target through the corridor. So it'll unlock the potential of the corridor, 14-kilometer long magnetic trend, as well as the opportunity that we see right in front of us that we've spent most of our effort on working up the targets.
And before you go, when does this program start, and how long is it expected to take?
We'll start in probably the end of June, mobilizing to get the drills on the site. It'll take through the summer. We'll probably wrap up sometime in September. The exploration season is somewhat compact in the Golden Triangle due to weather conditions and such. So we have a limited season for first pass drilling. If you do more major projects, you could establish your own infrastructure and expand the window dramatically. But we're working within our current limits, and it should generate results for the fall.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll keep watching Enduro. Rob, nice to meet you for the first time, and we'll see you in the next one.
Okay, thank you so much.
Enduro Metals is one to watch, guys. It's ENDR. Full tickers, though, below for you to follow. Thanks for watching.